Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel today. We're back on the E46 and you can't see much of it currently. We're looking at those rear bushes on the rear trailing arms. If you saw my last video, I moved in with a screwdriver and there was about a centimetre of movement in the bush itself. So today we're going to be polybushing them, hopefully, outside the flat, on the floor. What a pain in the ass, eh? But anyway, let's crack on. Right then guys, so we've got wheel off on this side, looking at the, what's this, the rear right trailing arm. So the first thing you notice, it's got some of these cables. These are obviously for the brake wear sensor and the what sort of like ABS traction control sensor down in here. You just want to undo those. We don't want to pull too much tension on these. One underneath here, another one further up that's not really done up. Cool, so that's those done. There is then like another one up in here, I believe I can feel. There it is. Cool, so that's all that loosened off out of the way. So now when we drop the trailing arm down, hopefully we won't pull tension on these. So on here, where the brake line comes through, there's a 10mm nut that just removes this bracket, or 10mm bolt rather. So hopefully the camera's picking up. So around there, 10mm bolt, which is probably crispy as anything. So that just holds this brake line to the arm as well. And we don't really want to put any unwanted tension on there either. Yeah, so these wires hanging down, I might have to, you can unclip them up there from that terminal box as well. Right, so I've just disconnected these two connectors. It looks a little bit fragile, but got them off okay. So there's absolutely no risk of them being pulled out when this arm lowers down. So these bolts for the trailing arm, they're all 18mm. Show you where they are quickly. So there's one at the, what is it, the rear of the car, and then yeah, two at the front, you can see there. It's a good thing to soak these bolts beforehand. Oh. Look at her, boys, she is tight. Got a bit of movement, try with the impact. Lovely. She's at least loosening. There we go. Big old chunky nuts, aren't they? Bolts. Okay, look at E. Right one. Second one. Big old chunky nuts, slightly rounding off, I'm sure. This last one, I think, it's probably going to cause the suspension arm to drop down. There we go. But here you go. So now you've got your trailing arm loose there, hanging just by sort of all the suspension on this side. This side is now all loosey-goosey. I had to knock on all the sockets with a hammer. I don't know how much you saw. But next there's a bolt or a nut going through this thing. So next we need to undo this, which I'm pretty sure is a 19mm both sides. So I need to go fetch a spanner. Yeah, then we'll have a go at taking this off. Right, that is one hot nut. So yeah, that came off there. I should really be buying more of these because they're getting pretty shagged. I don't know if you can see that. 18 on one side. I had to bang the socket on this side. Let's get the bolt. Yeah, and that's what the bolts ended up looking like. You can see, but that was with a 17 on there in the end. As you can see, there's a metal sort of outer to this bushing. You can see it easier on this side. So I think what my plan of attack is, with my trusty screwdriver that's definitely not a chisel, just try and sort of bend this metal to the point where it gives way. I've already tried a little bit, so you can see the bottom sticking out a bit more than the top. So yeah, that's my plan of attack. Something you can do at home if you don't have the right tool, which of course no one does, because who buys the right tools for jobs? It only makes it easier, right? Right guys, you're joining me in a hat because it's quite hot today. 27 degrees again. Just got my girlfriend to sun cream me up because I am, I don't know, covered in shite. But we're making some progress. So you can see the bush casing slowly coming out just from me knocking it through the other side. I've just been taking sort of all these big chunks of the casing out. I think this would be easier if, yes, all this would be easier if you cut round the rubber bush first with like a little sort of a drill bit or a like a saw thing. But I don't really have the patience for that, so I am just smashing the shit out of this casing. So you can see he's sort of on his way. Once a little bit goes, and I mean the whole structure and like rigidity's gone anyway. So just jam a screwdriver in there. There you go, knocking that bush out. Right then guys, I think he's free the bush. There we go. He's out, he's under the car. There's just a little bit of casing stuck in there which I can sort out now. But you can see there's sort of a bit of wear around the middle. This one I think was the better of the two. But you can still see he's not too great. So yeah. Now it's got to clear up the inside of this carrier, which actually doesn't look too bad. There's just a bit of this bush left in there, which I'll knock out now, just around this side. Yeah, and then we should be good to fit the polybush in. So yeah, took a bit of smashing, but he's out at least, so you know, that's something. Yeah, let me clean up here and then we'll go straight to fit in the polybush. Right then, so we're all dismantled and cleaned up. So you can sort of see in there that she's sort of mostly clean, a few little blemishes, but you know, mostly clean for what we care about. I've probably scored that surface a bit with the screwdriver going in, but never mind. Anyway, so what we've got here is what came out, the old crispy bush, pretty knackered. And what's going in? So what we got, Powerflex, gone for the black series. I think that's the only stuff available for this. Oh my god, these things are firm. It's gonna be some firm ride, but hopefully the car's gonna go straight now, so that's gonna be our major benefit. So yeah, I think these ones just gonna push the bushes in from the side, obviously grease up the metal stuff through the middle, and then it's just reassembly, I think, and that never takes long, does it? All right, let's crack on, get the power bushes in, or Powerflex bushes in. I'm pretty sure that these, you know, if we sort of offer them up from the side, obviously with one hand it's tricky, but two hands should be able to push that in there. Worst case is we'll get like a G-clamp on it and just squeeze it in nice and tight. But yeah, get around to fitting these. Alright then guys, we're back. We're using a drill to hold the arm down. Apparently you can get a bit of wood in here if you've got one the right size. Obviously I don't. Polybushes are in. I've not put the rod through the middle yet. That's still to come. But yeah, I do just use a bit of washing out liquid on the inside of these. And now I believe that on this bit that goes through the middle, you want to grease the outside of this. Otherwise it squeaks and makes all sorts of awful noises. But these were pretty solid to get in. I ended up using like a sort of a G-clamp arrangement with a bolt through the middle to keep it sort of centered, to get it to this point. So yeah, they're looking pretty good, and judging by how hard they were to get in, they're probably going to be very stiff, but at least the rear end won't wander around the road. So you know, that's the main thing I'm looking for here. I've noticed there's a few bits of, I don't know, rust while I'm under here. I'm sort of tempted to get the grinder out, or you know, get something out and give it a bit of a clean, but I guess it's not the end of the world if I have to come back another time, because it is, what time is it now? It's now 8 minutes past 12, 20 something degrees. It's fucking ridiculously hot. So yeah, right. So these bushes come with a little bit of grease. What does it say on there? Our PTFE silicone grease has been supplied where required and must be used to optimize both bush performance and durability. Please apply to the bores and outer flanges of all bushes. Oh, okay, well I didn't do that to the outer flanges. Oh, I suppose maybe these are the outer flanges here. It's really hard to know. What's an outer flange in all this? There we go. I'll just put it on where I think it should go. I think it's probably going to be my solution. But yeah, just going to grease up this rod. Probably slide them through with the G-clamp again. And then, yeah, I think it's just refitting at that point. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. Alright then guys, welcome to Upside Down Cam. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we're all bolted back in now. Had a slight issue with getting the bracket on the right way around, but I've soon solved that. I haven't adjusted these at all. I've just sort of bolted them up because it's going for an alignment. What, tomorrow? Was it Monday? Yeah, tomorrow. So it's Sunday now, so it's going tomorrow. Yeah, just clipped up this wire. A few of these clips are broken, which is not surprising. Popped all these bits back in. Yeah, pretty sure once I get sort of this brake hose bolt back in, it should be easy. We're good to go. But one thing I have noticed, I don't know what orientation the camera's in now, to be honest, so I'll have to edit this in post because I've probably made everyone be sick already. Yeah, my anti-roll bar. Let me slide down. Oh, shimmy. Shimmy. Here you go. One anti-roll bar link. Not doing much, I'll be honest. Not doing a lot at all. So yeah, have to fit one of those at some point, but hopefully that won't be too bad. So yeah, interested to see the anti-roll bar link snapped, but who knows? Maybe that's because of this, maybe it's not. Anyway, one's on, got to do the other side. Annoyingly, the other side's in the sun. It's about what, like 2 PM now. So yeah, it's gonna be a hot one guys, but got to get it done, get it all sorted, ready for tomorrow. So yeah, I will try and show you some more on the other side. I know I've sort of slacked a bit on this one today due to the nature of being a real bitch. Around the other side now, got most of it, all the bolts undone. Did have a slight incident with a extension bar which I snapped. Shouldn't use extension bars on impact guns, but there we go. So I've just undone this bolt, so it's a bit loose, but just want to show you how much flex there was in this rear left one. You know, and I'm moving this by hand. You know, that is absolutely shagged. And this would be the side that was knocking around. Obviously it's loose now because I've undone that, but on the other side I had to really force this over the bush. But on this side, nothing. I'm just going to knock this side through with my hammer and chisel again. I'm hoping this side will be nice and easy because it's super loose already. But yeah, I will catch up with you in a bit. Really hot outside, but you know, got a water now that I've pretty much finished already. Living under the car, 2 litres of water. But yeah, crack on with the bush, and then should be ready for the alignment. Right? That's what I keep telling myself. What the fuck do I keep buying? Why do I keep buying rusty BMWs, eh? Oh, I fucking love it. That's why. Anyway, once this will be done, it'll be back to being tight as a nut, wouldn't she? So yeah, let's crack on, get this done, because I've no idea what time it is now, but it's pretty hot, been in the sun a long time, probably burnt, but hey ho, got sun cream on, so that's something, innit? So we got the other side out, bit easier coming out this side, came out all in, well, mostly one, apart from this bit here, which I obviously smashed my way through. Yeah, I mean, here's what it is. There's a bush that's worn. Obviously there's a lot of movement in there. Won't find a lot by hand of this small amount, but there's a little bit given there. So obviously when you put the weight of the car on that, that moves quite a lot. So yeah, cleaned up this bit. of course, yeah, this side came across, camera is all dirty. See, this side came apart, I'd say slightly easier, but I think that might have just been me knowing what to do and what to undo, where it is and stuff like that. Right then guys, I think we're done. All back on, all torqued. Everything's happy, so we're just going to fit the wheels. I'm not going to drive far, but I'll go up and down the road just to make sure there's no weird knocks or anything before I get it aligned tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully after the alignment, make full use of my these Pilot Sport 5s. Yeah, bought a couple of those the other day, 150 each on the rear, so yeah, thought I better do the bushes before I destroy another set of tyres for no reason. So yeah, cheers for joining me today guys. I know this might not have been as, I don't know, visually engaging as possible, but to be honest, it's 27 degrees and, you know, hang on, let me prove that. What does it say? 27 degrees, pretty hot, and I just want to get the job done really. I've been out here since 10, it's now 2:45. So cheers for watching today guys. Bit more maintenance done on the BMW. Good job to do. You can do it at home if you've got 5 hours, 5 hours free, and I don't know, enough patience to actually get everything off. And the hardest bit was actually lining it back up then taking it off, because you've got to obviously lift it up into place in line with the bolt holes, which is tricky. But there we go. So yeah, it's going to pack up here now guys. Cheers. Catch you next time when I think we'll probably be doing the rear anti-roll bar link that's knackered, because I noticed that while under there that one of them snapped. So yeah, cheers guys, thanks for watching, catch you next time.